We knew that play was very important to people and have a huge impact on people. We also knew there was a big correlation between play and computer game. Now talk about what kinds of happiness a computer game gives to a person. I mostly refer to a book, Reality is Broken, written by Jane McGonigal. This book reminds me is that everybody play a game. The title of this book has the following meanings. In 21st century, the real world has been broken and the virtual world has become more important world. The first example in this book is a country 3,000 years ago called Lydia in the Middle East. The first history book, History, written by Herodotus, tells about Lydia. The Lydian kingdom was in the area and there was a hard famine in that country for 18 years. In other words, there was a drought. Lydian people played game very much to endure the famine. To reduce food consumption, they used to play games all day and skipped eating any food and eat food in every 2 days. Playing games all days. You probably feel envious. Anyway, the Lydians have been able to withstand this 18 years long drought in that way. At that time, various plays such as backgammon, jackstones, and the game of ball were created. As shown in this picture here, we are currently using a six-sided dice. At that time, however, Lydians used dice of various shapes like that. Even there was a dice that was 32-sided. There are four main factors in the game. First, there are goals in the game. For example, when overcoming obstacle, we are immersed by presence of obstacle. Immersion is called flow in professional terms. The flow will be explained intensively in the next time, not this moment. Second, every game has its own rules. Third, the game has feedback. The opponent responds to my action. This opponent could be a computer or a person. Fourth, most people voluntarily participate in the game. Perhaps professional gamers may be forced to play games, but usually everyone is willing to play the game voluntarily. In fact, participating in a game can be hard. If you play the game all night, your body becomes very tired. Also, in the case of racing games, you have to keep your body very busy, and you may have to use a lot of brains. Also, in case of a Nintendo game, we have to move a lot. There may be a mission to find something in the game, and there may be things that need to be done with many people. There is also a need to think creatively. The things listed above are hard work. If it is not a game, you can feel very great fatigue. There is the word eustress. Eustress is a kind of stress that makes you feel better. Hard work, the busy, the thinking, the moving, and these actions mentioned before cause bad stress if it were not for the game. However, when people enjoy playing game, they have a present stress and a person feels fear. Fear is a very important word for those who study computer games. Fiero is Italian language, which means the joy of overcoming adversity in the game. It also means completely opposite state. It also means regret that you feel after playing a lot of games. Let's take a game called Warcraft. This is a great game. In the book, the author analyzed the game, Warcraft. What kinds of happiness do people feel in the game? In 2010, all the time that Warcraft gamers used in the game was 6 million years. More than 10 million people have joined Warcraft. The sum of money that all gamers pay Blizzard was $5 million a day. I've seen why a huge number of people participate in the game, even paying for it, and that's because the specific goal exists in the game. Even though there should be a goal in the game, and if the goal is uncertain, it is not fun. The process that Warcraft required from the gamers is very clear, so people can fulfill their desire to produce something by doing it. People can feel the satisfaction of saying, "Oh, I did something." People who have worked in the office know well that office work is not so. In the case of office work, it takes a lot of time to get result. However, in a game called Warcraft, you can use a very short time to fulfill the desire to I did something. In addition, the majority of missions in the game are guaranteed to be successful. So when we do something, it cannot be fun if we think there is no possibility of success. However, the game gives you some fun because you can level up easily. This game, Warcraft, is more fun after playing for about 500 hours. If you spend more than 500 hours, your avatar will be able to keep abreast with your abilities, armor, weapons, and jewelries. And as the phase changes, you become able to see new items. And when you play game, failure also gives fun. In the real world, if you fail, you are not happy. But it's fun in the game. By experiencing a virtual failure, your emotion can be more stronger. In reality, there is no joyous failure. And continuing the game also improves concentration, thinking, and learning. In addition, the ability of communication increases as you connect with people through games. You can experience a social network. You can feel the reward by doing cooperative work and cooperating with the guild for doing difficult things. Also, belonging to a large group also makes people feel happy. People could be happy when they are alone, but sometimes they want to be with someone. The game makes this possible and makes you feel happy. Psychological, physical, and biological analysis about happiness in the game explains that rewards make people happy. This compensation can be divided into external compensation and internal compensation. The reward that most people seek are external reward. For example, owning something, getting a lot of money, acquiring things, getting promoted position, receiving praise, etc. Happiness due to this external reward is soon tolerated. The more money you have, the less you feel about money. So when a person who does not have money at first make a lot of money, he feel happy. But after he make a lot of money, his happiness does not increase. Getting promoted position is the same. You feel happy until you get you get to a certain position, but then people do not feel happy after the promotion. On the other hand, the reward you get within the game are internal reward. Happiness that is felt by this internal reward is maintained well. What is the difference between external compensation and the internal compensation? External reward are the reward of doing something that has a specific goal, and the internal reward are the happiness you feel when the activity itself is meaningless. Internal reward have good pleasure elasticity. Bad pleasure elasticity means that the elasticity decreases as the number of times increase. Later, people do not feel happy with this work. On the other hand, the game revives pleasure elasticity.